And now, broadcasting from the Ginger and Baker Studio in the Music District in Old Town Fort Collins. We're very excited for Live at Lunch today, and I'm your host, Sean. We're going to have some music from bluegrass band Blue Grama. Take it away.
It's not that I can't admit that it's over. I can see how our time has come to an end. My heart will never recover. It's gonna cold enough I'll never see the sun again. As I pop another pill, watch the world slip on by. I hope that the sun is shining down where you're smiling. It warms the love you started anew. Here on the plain I'm frozen in twilight. Nothing ever moves. The sun is shining down where you're smiling. It warms the love you started anew. Here on the plain I'm frozen in twilight, where the wind always blows and nothing ever moves. Some breakfast in our way I run down to the levee. Levee was high. I'ma sit here until the fish rise. The dream. Can't you hear me calling out your name? You're so clear like a mountain stream. A sweet, sweet blue dream. Stonefly was high and I was staring down that moose's eye. Excuse me, sir, I've got to get by, so I can catch my lemon jingle whiskey tonight. Blue dream, can't you hear me calling out your name? You're so clear, like a mountain stream, my sweet, sweet blue dream. The sun goes down, I light me a fire and I burn one down. One hits, two hits, three and four. I'm gonna tell you a story you never heard before. Blue dream, can't you hear me calling out your name? You're so clear, like a mountain stream, my sweet, sweet blue dream. Hear me calling out your name. You're so clear, like a mountain stream, my sweet, sweet blue dream. You're so clear, like a mountain stream, my sweet, sweet blue dream. Right.
All right, yeah, you said it. That's Blue Grama right here on KRFC RadioVision live at lunch. Very excited to have you in the studio today. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Doing great.
You sound
Thanks
good.
for having us.
So that's a good start. Well, there's a bunch of you in the room today, so I thought we'd start this little hour by saying hi to everybody, seeing who everybody is, and what you're up to, what you've been up to for your whole lives. How's that sound?
Whole lives.
You gotta
Right.
start thinking now. We'll go clockwise. Try to keep it easy. We got Clark Wright on the fiddle. Oh yeah, grab
That's
that mic.
me. I'm going to grab the microphone, Sean. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for
All right.
coming. So what got you into music starting out?
Well, that's a wonderful question. And I started playing music when I was young and got older.
Yeah.
And I'm still doing
As
it.
we do, yeah.
So that's pretty much it. I
the
have
story.
the distinction of not only being the newest member of the band,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm also the oldest member of the band.
And when did you start with Blue
I
Grama?
started about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Sam kind of came up to me and he just kind of said, "Clark, you're in the band now." And I said,
Perfect.
"Okay," but I kind of have to talk to the rest of them.
I think I handed you an album and I said, "Learn this."
Yeah,
That's the way you got to do it
that.
sometime.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of forcing people into my bands in
Yeah.
the past. So, how did you get started with the fiddle?
Well,
though, out of all the instruments.
I didn't start playing the fiddle when I was a kid, like a lot of people do. I started when I was about 26 years old.
Okay.
And I was in a band, and I learned how to play one song, and they didn't kick me out of the band. And then I learned two songs, and they still didn't kick me out of the band. Well, then that band broke up, and I got into another band, and all of a sudden now I'm the fiddler.
Now you're the fiddler.
So
I see, but
that's-
the tunes are way over on the other side of the floor, so
Yeah.
you're not calling them?
No.
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 And so what was your original instrument?
Well, I
then?
played I played clarinet in the
Okay.
fifth grade,
Oh, that's
but
awesome.
that went absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
And then I played guitar
Okay.
later, and
Guitar player.
mandolin. I play a little electric bass
Nice.
sometimes when there's nobody else around.
Yeah. Did you
So-
have a musical inspiration who led you into playing guitar?
I grew up in child of the '60s, so
Yeah.
the rock and roll bands.
a lot of
Everybody
good
wanted
stuff.
to be the Beatles.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the inspiration for me back then.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, Clark, thanks for coming and
Well,
hanging
thanks,
out with us
Sean.
today and playing some fiddle.
You bet.
Next on the big old stand-up bass, we've got Derek Crane over there in the corner.
Hi, everyone.
How
Happy
you
to be
doing?
here.
And what about you? How'd you get into music, and how did you get into the big bass?
You know, music was it was almost like kind of hidden from me when I was younger. But, you know, you hear all these sounds, and I heard a lot of, like, harmonies and melodies. And I was like, what is going on in my head? And then I realized, oh, man, those are bass lines. And so someone asked me, like, oh, do you know this one song? And I'm like, humming the bass line. They're like, what are you talking about?
You're like,
like,
boom, boom,
yeah,
boom,
exactly.
boom.
Yeah. I was kind of walking along. So, you know, that's kind of how it started, I guess. I just kind of enjoyed all the sounds, and I felt like I could kind of melt it down to some low-end bass notes.
Cool. And when did you start playing the bass?
Pretty late, after high school.
Okay.
My best friend was a drummer, and I was really inspired by him. He just had so much energy and spirit, and just looked like he was really doing what he wanted to do. And I had other things going on too, but I
Yeah.
also wanted to have that feeling. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
drum and bass go great together. And,
Awesome.
you know.
Who are some bass players who have inspired your
Ooh,
playing?
There's so many. I mean, electric and upright.
Yeah.
Ron Carter on upright bass. I love jazz music, like bebop and stuff. Electric bass. I mean, everything from Jaco Pastorius to Cliff Burton. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like everything in between. you know.
Anybody you're really tuned into right now?
Oh, gosh, honestly, not specifically. I just anything new and old, you know.
new.
And even if they're not bass players, I like to listen to things and try to melt it into like bass notes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you play with any other projects?
A couple actually. A couple bluegrass groups, Rusty 44 with Dave.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. I'm also in an electric group called Savage Blush.
Okay.
And then in a kind of a folk acoustic group called Riverside Occurrence.
Okay.
Yeah. So and whoever else wants to just play my
Whoever
piano
wants
and
to
stuff.
rock, yeah.
Yeah.
I always got to ask that to bass players because most of them are in like 4 or 5 bands. Everybody needs a bass player, so we need you.
Yeah. Well, thank
We
you.
need
Glad
you,
to be here. Yeah.
We're glad you're here too.
Thanks, Sam.
Filling out the bottom end. All right, next up we have Katie Mounier.
Hello, hello. Thank
Hello,
you for
how are
having
you
me.
doing?
Doing great.
Good. Well, welcome to Live at Lunch. And you're right now playing the musical washboard.
The washboard.
Not
I'm
the-
not washing
not-
clothes. I am playing
Not
music
the washing
on it.
washboard. And then you're going to play some accordion later?
I do,
Or-
yeah.
Is
I've
that
got
what is that what you call that? Squeeze box, yeah.
Her other name is Ruby.
Okay, yeah. Different sizes of those things all have kind of different names, and I lump them all into
Accordion.
accordion.
Sounds great.
So
Yeah.
I have a friend from Michigan who doesn't like guitar because accordion used to be the easy. Everybody played accordion and piano, and then guitar came along with the Beatles and, and took away everybody's love for the accordion.
Sure.
But it's so much,
Still love the accordion.
yeah,
we
it's
love
so much
it.
fun.
We love it.
So what got you into music in the first place? Was it lifelong?
It's a lifelong love.
Yeah.
I was introduced at a young age and played concert band, marching band, played the clarinet, just like Clark.
Oh, nice.
And loved it. I learned how to play piano formally, guitar, kind of just taught myself, vocals taught myself.
Okay.
Through listening to the harmonies of the
Yeah,
Indigo
I was going to say you do the
Girls.
harmonies, so
Yeah.
you learned that all by yourself?
Indigo Girls taught me.
Okay, yeah.
Driving in my car, listening to a cassette tape of the Indigo Girls. And
Double A, just a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, double A, yeah.
Yeah.
Youngberg taught me a little bit about harmonies too.
Did you always aim for the harmonies when you were singing? Did you feel like that was the natural part for you, or
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I
tried
yeah.
to do everything?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
singing along to songs and whatever key fits me best, I guess, in that
Yeah.
particular song.
How you can squeeze it in,
Sure.
squeeze your voice in. So how did you pick up the washboard to play?
Good
They're
question.
not sitting around everybody's houses anymore.
They're not. Well, our house, we've
Yeah.
got probably about 4 of them sitting around. Gosh, back in 2007 when the band came together, we were down at Dead Man Fest down in Netherlands, and we saw Elephant Revival
Okay, yeah.
play.
Bonnie.
And so Bonnie
Yeah.
was up there playing the washboard, and at the time I was trying to find a way to fit into the band with a little more prominence, and
Yeah.
we said, why don't we try washboard?
Try a
So
washboard.
that's what we did, and it's fit well, and I love it.
That's great. So instead of at your house, there's right next to the guitars hanging on the wall, there's washboards and guitars across the walls.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome. And what do you use on your fingers when you play washboard?
I use banjo picks.
Banjo picks, okay. Yeah, I've seen different people do different things, and I think Bonnie has like her hands all taped up and stuff.
Right, and gloves.
She's intense when she
And
plays.
so same with Celia from Delamay.
Okay.
I look to those two women
Yeah.
for some guidance. And
See what they're doing.
Yeah. But yeah, I've just got my method, and it works for me.
Yeah. Did you take any lessons, or did you just figure it out,
No lessons.
work it out?
I've got a good beat in my head.
Yeah.
So
Didn't-
other than that,
Yeah. Didn't go to School of Rock to be like, do you teach washboard here?
I did not go to school for washboard.
A little jazz washboard, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how did you pick up the accordion? Were you originally a piano player? Or?
Originally a piano player, and then at one point my parents gave me an accordion for Christmas because I'm from Wisconsin, so
Okay.
an accordion just fits.
Yeah.
Listened to some polka growing up,
There you go.
and they said, "Here, bring this into the band."
Yeah.
So I gave it a whirl, and I'd love to play it more. I play, and yes, I'm seeing nodding. Yes.
Do you also play the melodica? Do you have melodica?
No, no,
Those
I
are so
don't.
much fun.
That would be
That's
cool.
the next step. Did you see, speaking of accordion, did you see the new Weird Al movie?
No.
Oh, it's excellent.
Okay, I'll check
It's
it out.
definitely something to watch.
Okay.
It's not the true story of Weird Al, but it's a lot of fun, especially probably if you're an accordion player.
Great.
Well, awesome. Well, I'll save the other three for our next break because we've got other wonderful, amazing musicians to talk to. You gotta actually let's go back to before we move on. What were the first two songs that were played?
The first one was Things Left Behind,
Things Left Behind.
and I wrote that some years ago, and we actually did a video of that. Brian Simpson did the photography work on that.
Yeah,
and
he's
it's
awesome.
pretty awesome. You can check it up on YouTube.
Yep.
And the last one was Blue Dream.
Blue Dream.
And
Awesome.
that one I also wrote, and we all kind of helped that one out. We all help out the songs. I usually come
Yeah.
up with the original part of it, and Dave does a lot of the scoping and shaping and
Yeah.
sculpting of it, and so we kind of all put them together.
Put them together.
But that one was about a story with Katie's dad is part of a group called the Sick Bastards, and they go to Montana every year fly fishing, and so
Awesome.
we were invited to go up there fly fishing, and it's a song about that. on
Okay.
the, on one of the
Staring
rivers up
staring
there.
down a moose. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I was actually coming around a
It's
corner
frightening.
to get into a fishing hole, and I bumped into a big bull moose, and it was kind of entertaining.
Kind of entertaining.
And I also
Kind of
really wanted to
frightening.
get to the river to fish, so I kind of had this moment with him,
They're-
like, dude, I need to get around you.
For how big they are, they can hide really well.
Yeah, they really did. But he let me in. He let me around, and I fished. And
Nice. Well, you're alive, so.
yeah.
Well, we'll talk to, like I said, Sam, we'll get to you in a minute. We'll talk more
Great.
about songs, too, during the hour. What do you got for us next? Why don't we play a couple songs?
Yeah, this one I also wrote. This one's called Lonesome.
Lonesome.
Home's where I'm heading, it's so far away. Oh, the Rocky Mountains on an eastbound train. Clouds in the sky and the tears in my eyes. Wanna see my baby tonight. Lonesome, lonesome, lonesome. Won't tell her sorry for breaking her heart. I should've listened right from the start. I was blinded and lunch and the women in town. Took all my money and left when I was down. Headed north on a fishing boat. Those were the times I think about the most. Lonesome, lonesome, lonesome. I see the light when I close my eyes in the dark. I should have realized right from the start. Lonesome, lonesome, lonesome. Daddy left when I was young. I don't know where it begun. Took to the bottle and I never put it down. I'ma pour myself another round. I'm lonesome.
Blue Grama. Live at lunch. What do we got coming up next? That was Lonesome.
This next number is called Blue Side of the Mountain. That's the shady side, in case anybody ever knows.
All right, I get to kick off on this. Are we all ready?
We're all right.
One, two, three.
I can't see where I am going. The signs don't point nowhere. I'm sitting here and I'm blue, thinking what to do. I'm beginning not to really care. I'm going to the blue side of the mountain. I'm headed to the blue side of the hill. I can't see where I am going. The signs don't point nowhere. Oh, I remember the day you were so pretty. I remember the day I said I do. I remember the day you broke my heart. And I'm sitting here and I'm crying over you. I can't see where I am going. The signs don't point nowhere. I'm sitting here and I'm blue. I'm thinking what to do. I'm getting not to really care. I'm going to the blue side of the mountain. I'm headed to the blue side of the hill. I can't see where I am going. The signs don't point nowhere. So pretty. I remember the day you said I do. I remember the day you walked out. Next day I'm blue, blue, blue. I can't see where I am going. The signs don't point nowhere. I'm sitting here and I'm blue. I'm thinking what to do. I'm getting not to really care. I'm going to the blue side of the mountain. I'm headed to the blue side of the hill. I can't see where I am going. The signs don't point nowhere. can't see where I am going. The signs don't point nowhere. I'm sitting here and I'm blue. I'm thinking what to do. I'm beginning not to really care. I'm going to the blue side of the mountain. I'm headed to the blue side of hell. I can't see where I am going. The signs don't point nowhere. The signs don't point nowhere.
Yeah.
Blue Grama here on Live at Lunch. And let's keep chatting with all the crew members here. Sam Mounier.
Hello, hello.
And you are the impetus behind the band, is what I hear. The man,
Yes,
the
that's
man
what
with the plan.
The man with the plan.
And then
You're gonna have to tell him
I
what
have
impetus
sidekicks
means.
though.
We let him think that.
so guitar and Vox. What kind of got you started in music, playing, singing, writing songs? Where'd that come from?
So, I grew up in a musical family.
Nice.
My grandparents, my Oma and Opa were flamenco style, Spanish, Hispanic, Espanol guitar players and family cowboy songs at every fire. And there was a fire a lot because it was in the living room. And then my dad was a country western band musician. And I think it was somewhere in middle school, I was showing some guitar work with my Oma and Opa, and they bought me a guitar. And my dad, I remember bringing my guitar back to my dad's, and he goes, "Well, it's about time." So that's how it all started, and downhill
Nice.
from there, man.
Downhill. Well, you've landed down at the bottom of the hill in Bluegrass.
Yeah, the very bottom.
Were there any side trips? Was there any time when you're like, I'm not gonna play country-ish style music?
No,
pretty
not
much
at all. I've been,
in your blood?
I've been pretty much open-minded the whole time about that. I grew up. My dad listened to Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings, and that's always been my flavor, and it's always been a part of me. It wasn't until really I got away from the whole country scene and the folk music and started listening to Grateful Dead and started wearing tie-dye shirts and doing all the stuff that they did. And then I was like, man, this guy Jerry Garcia is a really awesome dude, I love his style. And so I kind of started digging into him, and I was like, oh, man, that guy plays banjo too.
Yep.
Whoa. And I started listening to Old and the Way, and that's what kind of got me back into bluegrass.
Pushing it that way.
The start of bluegrass, actually, and kind of back into that country-esque deal. So.
Yeah, and do you take a lot of songwriting cues from the Jerry Garcia kind of land, or
not really?
you're more steeped in the traditional bluegrass?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, not the
more
Robert Hunter style as
I
much.
listen to a lot of progressive bluegrass, and with me, it's always been progressive, no matter what I'm listening to. So if it was Old and the Way, that was progressive.
Yes,
back then.
Yeah, it was.
And so I'm always on the progressive train, listening and learning and seeing what people are doing. And that's kind of inspired me to continue what I'm doing. And, it kind of comes over the mountains. And I quick grab my guitar before the storm rolls in. I bust it out, and it's 3 minutes, and it's done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whew. All right, Dave, I need some help now. So that's how that
awesome.
works.
Yeah, well, you recently played with Steep Canyon Rangers and Larry Keel and Vince Herman.
Yeah,
so
all
pretty
great people.
Pretty progressive.
Yeah,
in
super fun.
their bluegrassiness.
Yeah,
is that the correct
definitely.
term?
Yeah, sure.
That's right. Compared to in your bio,
Bluegrass or us.
In your bio it mentions Bill Monroe and Earl Scruggs and Del McCory, and they're just like,
Who's Bill Monroe?
I don't know, never heard of
That
him.
might have been Dave's part of the bio. Sorry. That was a joke. We had that joke last night. Actually, we figured you were gonna ask something.
Throw
about
it
Bill
in
Monroe.
there. Throw it in there. Native Colorado grass is what it said in your bio too.
It is.
So
Blue Grama is the queen of the prairie. So
Yep.
we have our queen sitting to the right of me.
There you go.
The nickname is the eyelash of the prairie. Would be another one because it looks like an eyelash.
Okay.
It is an official bluegrass, and it grows all over the West, and it grows everywhere from mile high to 9,000 feet.
Yeah.
and it's all over our mountainside.
Was that the original first edition band name, or did you have something else before that?
It was. We all started. The original members of Blue Grama were all natural resource.
Oh, cool.
Majors at CSU, and with my lineage to Aldo Leopold being a naturalist, the Blue Grama was just like kind of a natural band name.
That's cool.
And then everybody changed it to Blue Grama.
Grandma.
So, hey, that's cool too.
Yeah. Well, we're here to dispel that myth.
Yes,
until
it's
you
not your grandma's bluegrass.
Not your grandma's bluegrass. It's your grandma's bluegrass. Until you come out with the shirts.
Yeah,
that you
the
were telling
shirts.
me
We're
about
gonna
with the
have
grandma
a
on it.
grandma with some blue hair.
And then you're gonna blow everybody's
it'll be
mind.
Sweet. I can't wait for that. Yeah.
Is it going to be grassy hair? Blue
Yeah,
grassy
totally.
hair?
Go west if you're listening. We need some help.
Nathan Schwartz on the
there.
Mando.
That's right.
Welcome. What about your journey into music, into the mandolin? Was it your original instrument?
No. You know, all my life forced to play by my parents probably when I was young, play piano,
Okay, yeah.
6 years old or so, and that turned into guitar, and then turned into bluegrass, turned into mandolin from
Yeah.
there, and yeah.
Who were some of the driving forces between having you go from piano to guitar? Was there any inspiration
Eddie
there?
Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen?
Yeah.
EVH.
Yeah, you know, I was at that time,
Yeah.
80s,
It's a good time.
hair band music, and I played a lot of electric
Yeah.
guitar growing
Nice.
up in grade
Could you-
school and high
can you-
school. Wanted to be a...
Can you pull off an Eddie Van Halen style solo?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't. I wanted to.
I'm
my
still a
whole life.
shredder, bud. No, I still love all that music. In fact,
Yeah.
I've been kind of listening to a lot more of it lately.
You more of a David Lee Roth or Van Hagar? Is this too
different
too
worlds, man.
confrontational though? Do we want
Two
to
different worlds, really.
don't want to start any fistfights? They are two different worlds completely.
Yeah, two different worlds.
Yeah. But so
where I'm
you're
coming.
so all of it. You'll take it all.
I'll take it all.
Just
Yeah,
put it
I
all
like
in
it
your ear. Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so what led you to the Mando then? Where did that come from?
David Grisman.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, well, truthfully, I grew up in Ohio, outside of a little town called Yellow Springs, Ohio. And they would have bluegrass music every Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
And this was, you know, I was a deadhead in high school or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. We were going to see the Grateful Dead. And my buddy, who I would always go to those shows with, was getting real into bluegrass music and played banjo. And I just was still into heavy metal and wasn't there. I
Yeah.
kicked and screamed going to see the Grateful Dead at that time, you know. And I remember going to this place at Young's Jersey Dairy every Saturday night. They'd have bluegrass music, and coming around, these five guys were warming up out in this cow pasture behind a blue Chevy van. And man, I just saw this guy playing the mandolin, and I was like I said, trying to be a hard
Shredder,
rock guitar
yeah.
player at the time. So just saw this guy really getting it done on
Yeah.
the mandolin, and thought he doesn't need no amplifiers.
No.
So that started the spark, and from there, kind of just kept playing guitar for a while and
Yeah.
electric, and then kind of just switched all to acoustic, and
Yeah.
kind of had a revelation about acoustic instruments. And
Yeah.
I've been on that trail kind of
Cool.
ever since then. So
Were you in any other like rock bands, or were you just a solo?
not in my adult life, no.
Yeah.
All that kind of happened in high school.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's cool. That's fun. That's a fun journey
Yeah,
from
it's
the
been great.
the hard rock to the Dead to
I feel like it's just
to the
started.
bluegrass. Yeah, of course. Yeah, just keep going. That's awesome. Well, last but not least at all, over there, I'm going to stare at you through the camera here. We have Dave Jensen, who's been in the studio before with Cat Calls not so long ago.
That's
who I got
true.
to chat
I
with.
love it here at KRFC. You guys
Yeah.
are great for our community.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming in again. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Happy to be back.
Tearing it up over there.
Thank you so much.
Just always amazing to watch. I mean, all the instruments in bluegrass, but like as a guitar player, I'm like, holy crap, that guy's fast. I'm just trying to learn scales right now in my 40s. So tell us, I think we probably talked about it in the other one, but what's your musical adventure?
Well, yeah, so my story is just a little bit different from everybody else's. At a young age, I was abducted by aliens. And they instilled the ancient tones inside of my brain.
Well,
I love you, buddy.
that's perfect.
I love you.
So just a little
The only honest guy here. Damn.
I was born in Arkansas. Most of those abductions happen around those parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I came to music at just around middle school, time. I knew that I always wanted to play, and I got a guitar and played, and we always listened to music in the house. My dad always had the sound system that was as big as the wall.
Yeah.
That you weren't allowed to touch, the glass cabinet, 32 channel EQ, back in the day. So
Nice.
We used to mail in the stamps to get the CDs, you get send a penny and you get 12 for free. So we had quite the collection, and each time I think my sister and I could choose one or two that they wouldn't veto, and they just would get no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then eventually I went to school in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and got a guitar degree, then moved out here and met Sam and Katie and started playing in Blue Grama.
Mm-hmm.
Over 10 years ago. I think Blue Grama's been a band for over 17 years.
Nice. Yeah.
So it's been a Fort Collins institution for quite a while.
Yeah.
And here we are. It's
Here we
fun to
are.
play music with your best friends,
Yeah. And you're in Cat Calls as well.
I'm in the
and
Cat
then
Calls. I'm
you're
also in the Rusty 44, as Derek mentioned.
What else are you in?
That's about it.
That's about it
Every
at the
once in a
moment?
while, I play some pickup gigs with other musicians in town.
Yeah.
Just duo stuff.
Yeah, just hanging out.
I'm
rocking.
helping run a first Sunday Bluegrass brunch at the Regional,
Ooh, that's fun.
which is a great restaurant here in town. So
Yeah.
if you're hungry on the first Sunday, or
That's
any
a-
Sunday
that's a
for
good
that matter,
It's a good place to go.
check out the Regional.
Well, that's awesome. And do you remember what was like your first CD or your first tape?
Oh, my first tape was actually an Alice in Chains tape.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which one?
I can't even remember it. I just remember that it was Alice in Chains.
Yeah, that's some good stuff there.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a long journey.
Led you into a life of
There
bluegrass.
was, I kind of backed into it through the Grateful Dead, like Sam
Yeah,
too.
I feel like that's a
That's a common way to get into
door.
it, unless you're born into the bluegrass world already.
It's
So
a very wide open door that I feel like people just kind of see it and they see all the tie dye and the color catches their eye, and then all of a sudden they're playing
Sign me
bluegrass.
up.
Well, that's awesome. Well, that's everybody in the band. So why don't we wrap around with another couple songs here? Blue Grama on KRFC's Live at Lunch. It's and actually before we move on, I want to talk about our amazing crew today that are behind the scenes. Our videographers, we have Eric Delano, we have Jeremy Smith, always making it look amazing for our YouTube channel. And then on our audio, we have Colton Baining, Greg Doris, and Dan Perez, making everything sound beautiful. Thank you guys for
Thank
your
you, guys.
weekly
Thank you.
so much.
amazing
on.
video and audio skills. So they already sound great in this room without all the production that goes on, and they just make it look and sound better. So thank you guys. And so Blue Grama, what do you got up next for us?
This one's called Blood, Diamonds, and Gold.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'm queued up on a different song. This one's called Always on My Mind. I wrote this for my grandmother.
awesome.
Walking down the dusty road, you on my mind. Thinking about the good old times. Walking in the park in the pouring rain. Soaking wet, feeling pain. They say the mountains play your favorite song. They say that the sun will carry you home. They say that someday it will be fine, but you were always on my mind.
to the prairie, eyes on the ground, looking for all the new blooms in town. It was your favorite thing to do. It's what I miss most about you. They say the mountains play favorite song. They say that the sun will carry you on. They say that someday it will be fine. We're always on my mind. The day you taught me to swim to the island and back and again. It was a day for victory. I made it through all the swampy things. They say the mountains play your favorite song. They say that the sun will carry you on. They say that someday it will be fine, but you were always on my mind. Now we're doing Blood Diamonds and Gold.
This is a Bonnie and Clyde song that Sam wrote.
I've always wanted to be a bank robber, to be honest with you. Like, that would have been my first choice. But instead, I got married and had kids, and so I'm an honest man. So now I just write songs about robbing banks or jewelry stores, and you know,
it's an inspirational
tune.
All
that good stuff, you know.
Blue Grama right here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. You can watch it on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com, look up KRFC RadioVision or Live at Lunch, and Blue Grama right there for your eyes.
Can't stop now, gotta catch a train. Fist full of dollars, hands full of shame. Gotta get going, gotta get out of this town. I got this getaway car, my girl and said to me, my God, what have you done? I just shot a man and now we're on the run. Blood, diamonds, and gold. Blood, diamonds, and gold. Cops are on my trail and I'm going 99, heading west into the summer sun. I don't know where else to run. They got up pictures down at every liquor store. They see a scene, call the FBI. I don't think we're gonna make it out alive. Blood, diamonds, and gold. Blood, diamonds, and gold. My girl took me to a bottomless pit. She said, let's slam on the gas. We drove over and this to become our last. Blood, diamonds, and gold. Blood, diamonds, and gold. Nice job, everybody.
Yeah, great job. I like that.
sounded good.
Teamwork. Blood, Diamonds, and Gold, Blue Grama here on Live at Lunch. Clark, I just want to let you know you didn't break any rules there by saying go to YouTube. As long as it directly benefits KRFC, we can tell people live on air to go do it. So hit up our YouTube page.
We love
Yeah,
KRFC.
they just happen to see you while you're there, too. So it's
We will
perfect.
be playing at the Swing Station, LaPorte, Colorado on
Yeah.
the 18th of November.
November.
18th, right? No, 14th.
November 18th.
18th.
Yeah.
1/8.
Any other concerts you got coming up?
Just some private events at this
Private
point.
events.
Yeah, the season's slowing
Slowing down.
a little, which is nice.
I was gonna say you guys play a lot of house concerts and a lot of like city events and those kind of things. There's a lot of pictures of you playing at houses and on farms and all sorts of cool places like that.
Yeah,
Is there a great weddings? Is there a great place where people can contact you if they wanted to have a house concert or something
sure,
like that?
Yeah. Our email is Blue Grama Bluegrass.
And that's
BLUEGRAMA Bluegrass at gmail.com.
Okay.
And we're pretty active on our Facebook and Instagram. And you
Instagram
can hit
is-
us up on either of those. So
Instagram is Blue Grama Band.
Blue Grama Band at Blue Grama Band, and it looks like your YouTube is at Blue Grama Bluegrass.
That's correct.
So, and then the Facebook.
correct.
So, it's always hard to keep those. You build all these things at different times, and then all of a sudden the names are different. You're like, oh crap,
We also,
what did I just do?
also want to take a moment to wish Sam an early happy birthday.
Oh yeah,
He turns 21 this year, so finally
nice.
he's
There you
legal.
go.
Legal. Woo.
That's
Barely
awesome.
legal.
Sam, you do the brunt of the songwriting.
I do.
And I think you kind of mentioned it earlier. You kind of come up with the maybe piece of dirt in the
mold.
Yeah, and then it grows into a pearl. How do you usually and Dave helps kind of maybe flesh out some of the structure? Is that just kind of how the story usually goes for each song, and then you bring it to the full band after that? Is that the
Yeah, usually it comes from me, and then maybe the whole band is there, and they're all hanging out talking while Dave and I are fleshing some things out, and we're bouncing ideas, and we all kind of throw in our 2 cents, and what sounds good or what we think, and then we play that for a while, and then we might change it down the road, and this sounds actually cooler. Let's do this instead.
Yeah, awesome.
So it keeps the songs new all the time.
And my role in this songwriting process is to manage Sam when he's in his highs and lows, because that's when he actually writes the song. When he's feeling really high or really low. And so
totally.
I help to manage all of that at home.
Nice.
The official manager, everybody, Katie.
Go,
McGinnis.
Katie.
And Katie also acts as a referee at times.
Nice. Yeah, mood manager, referee.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I need it.
Counselor by day and night with the band, I suppose.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's a cool thing now.
Where do you get some of your songwriting inspiration from? Is there anything specific? Do you like go for a bike ride, or is there anything that really just brings out the moment for you to write?
Yeah, it's either real sorrowful moments or really happy moments, and they usually come over northwest Horsetooth.
Yeah.
With a cloud.
A big cloud
And the
starts
wind blows,
looming, and
the
they
leaves start dropping, and it's like, oh,
I
gotta get my
I
guitar.
gotta write a song.
That's
Gotta
kinda
make this
how it goes.
happen. That's awesome. And Dave, when you're structuring the songs, do you look to traditional bluegrass music when you're doing that, or is there?
No, I think for one, I've known Sam so well for so many years that I try to think about where he's trying to take the song and how can we make it a little bit more musically interesting for us to play as musicians, to just kind of flesh out the chords, go in a different direction. Maybe
Bring
that
something
sounds
fresh.
a lot like that other song that we do. We can add a new chord in here or there, but a lot of that is just music theory, classical stuff. I'm not thinking about bluegrass. I'm just thinking about what chords belong in that key group and what chords would fit with the melody he's singing. So we try not to switch up the melody that he wants to sing so much, but not to get too classroom on everybody.
Yeah,
but
no, it's something to listen to.
certain vocal notes have multiple chords that they would fit with. So you can kind of try certain things and see if they work, and sometimes they feel great, sometimes they don't. They feel forced.
Fall
So
flat.
you have to, after that, you kind of just go with taste.
Okay.
And see what you like, but
We're pretty lucky because Dave, by trade, teaches guitar.
Yeah.
And we get that for free. So it's pretty nice.
Like, if there's a VIP in the room, no offense to everybody else, but it's Dave.
No, I when I had a full band, it was definitely awesome to have people that knew more than me that could be like, we don't have to play that F, we can play the G sharp here or something. And I'm like, oh, that just opens up a whole thing that, I feel like I try things like that and they don't work out. And then I'm like, so I give up. But like when somebody who just has a little bit more knowledge, like Dave, then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, that does work,
He's invaluable.
Yes. Well, you're all invaluable. You all make a great team, and it sounds really good.
I'll hug the rest of you later.
We got time for a couple more songs, but once again, November 18th at the Swing Station. That's 2023 for all the people in the future watching this. If it's past November 18th, 2023, out of luck this time around. But you can find more information on their other upcoming shows on Instagram and Facebook at Blue Grama, Grama. Not Blue Grama.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wake up in the morning and I don't feel so fine. Got last night's drinking and you on my mind. How long?
How long?
How long? Light me up a cigarette and I got some things I regret. Some things I might have said my mind ain't right. How long?
How long?
How long is the river that runs through Colorado? The one that meets the Great Divide. I feel like sitting in the river Jordan, where I kiss that mountain high. How long?
since it's a girl of mine dreams. How long? Hair resembled the hot golden sun. Smile from a peach tree and her eyes on the run. How long is the river that runs through Colorado? The one that means the Great Divide. I feel I'm seeing the river Jordan when I kiss that mountain high. That runs through Colorado, on the beach, Great Divide. I feel I'm seen in the river Jordan, where I kiss that mountain high. How long?
Blue Grama on Live at Lunch, KRFC 88.9 FM, Fort Collins. Thanks so much for being with us today. It's great to chat with you all.
Thank you.
Great to get my own little concert to share with everybody.
And before, I have to do a shout out to Emery and Estella, our kiddos.
Awesome.
So they'll be listening. And
Nice.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Can I do a shout out?
Yeah.
I'd like to shout out to Polaris Expeditionary Learning School. We're with you, people.
Yeah.
thank you.
They got a cool music program. Yeah, play us one more song. Blue
All
Grama right
all
here.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
I'm going down by the river. I'm going down there to watch the river flow. Look at it go. Watching the river flow. Whoa, whoa, yeah. I got a lady, and she's my special one. Come by the river, let me sing you a song. Look at it go. Watching the river flow. Whoa, whoa, yeah. It don't stop, no, it just keeps going. It don't stop, no, it just keeps flowing. It's like a river, I'll always flow for you. Hey, pretty baby, won't you come with me? Come to the river and we'll set out to the sea. Look at it go, watching the world go by, yeah. It don't stop, no, it just keeps going. It don't stop, no, it just keeps flowing. It's like a river, I'll always flow. Sometimes it's fast and sometimes slow. Sometimes it's narrow and other times wide. Sometimes it's shallow and sometimes deep. But it's always there and it's always full. Whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm going down by the river. I'm going down there to watch the river flow. Looking at go, watching the river flow. Whoa, whoa, yeah. It don't stop, no, it just keeps going. It don't stop, no, it just keeps flowing. And like a river, I'll always flow for you. And like a river, I'll always flow for you.
Thank you for listening to Live at Lunch, and thank you to the Music District here in the heart of Fort Collins, Colorado. Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker studio. If you'd like to appear on Live at Lunch, email our music director, David Vosick, at david@krfcfm.org.